The abbot here, Sifu, has been, I think, the most fascinating person I've ever met.
Oh, we are going there. They have 60 acres of land. We may interested, new neighbor here. Oh, the sharp Buddhist is moving in.
The community was a little concerned when they found out many of the people that live here have been here for many, many generations. So they haven't been exposed to a lot.
Some of them said they have a one monk. Somebody bought like 60 acres for him, build the temple in here. I go home and talk with my husband and we go looking. We said, no way.
That go to the Augusta Library and check what is Buddhist.
But as time went by, I think they became, very glad that they were here.
Unbelievable. I just can't believe how much guts Master Jiru have. The guys talk to me, even I don't understand. But the way that he's handling, all have a good consequence. What's that mean?
Because of the condition, something in him, something he is born to do, something he is meant to do it. He came here, surrounding area, 40 miles east of here, 40 miles west of here. If you draw a line where MABA is the center and you draw a circle around it, 40 miles where there is no Buddhist temple. There is no Buddhist place.
I bring this flight for my husband. I said, oh my God, it's so far away. I'm not going to driving down there.
My name is Hoàng Chí Cường in Vietnamese, and I have known MABA as well as Master Jiru for 20 years.
When I came to the United States, he's 29 years old.
When he was younger, he was very, very strict. He doesn't smile a lot. His face always very, very quiet. But then people feel the compassion in him, and even though he's not smiling a lot.
The Buddhist group in St. Louis here want me to come and start. In that time, they already formed the association called Mid-America Buddhist Association and apply for non-profit organization already.
So actually at that time, when in 1993, then we think about it. Hopefully we can have some master. They are willing to stay here for good.
The Texas Buddhist Association chief monk called Master Ching Hai is the original chairman of this MABA in the very early day. But he don't have much time offer to St. Louis community. He will recommend them. Why don't you invite that young man come? He is very active and then young, good enough to work hard.
The road is only exactly fit my car. And we three of them with my daughter, she's only 6, 7, she's scared.
We decided, okay, we have been going so far, we're driving 40 miles, get here, let's just go a little bit further to see how things are.
We go to the wrong house. Lucky we not got shoot.
And because of that little bit further, we found the temple.
We already looking for land almost 4 months.
I drove them around to look for lands for a little while.
Every week that we spend 2 to 3 days.
We couldn't find anything.
I just saw a sign, have a home want to sell, And then that morning, if I can get any land from this highway 94 to the west, then I went back to airport and back to New York. You see? So in that half day, just come in here, and then the owner's father of this land, he told me then, oh, that's not only the house, including 60 acres of land.
I cannot explain how the feeling when I met him. For some connection, it's just his smile, it's just so peaceful. And in my side, I said, oh my God, I maybe got the person I want to meet.
Thinking about how to solving the problem, because only the farmhouse and then a lot of old barn that already very bad shape, already corruption.
It's just nothing in refrigerator, and we just feel so bad. We go home and we go shopping, buy the tofu and buy everything, we bring it back.
All the termites come to the staying house. Need to wait for winter time when the termite all gone into the ground, then we break it down.
I never think about, the loving kindness with the insect.
We're doing things like that, not only thinking about how to make it easy and save time, save money, but we're thinking about how to, according to the spiritual life.
And the kitchen was small. They use a small, like very old equipment, very, very slow, very slow. You're gonna start it like 20 minutes to warm up the stove.
Whatever you see in here right now, you have to think about the past. The past, he don't have nothing. Anytime, sometime we work on the field with him, always say, Sifu, what we have? We don't have nothing. We could have rice. And then he cut whatever. I don't know what is it, he said. And he got big bug, green stuff. We eat. So since I know Master Chilu, I eat the vegetable, no name. Or whatever he dig on the ground, and he said, oh, that's good. I said, okay, I eat. He always cook, because he know I don't like to cook. Then after they work so hard in the field, and he's just quiet, come back here, and he cooked a big noodle. All cooked big noodle with vegetable for us.
Sifu had vision, brilliant vision. When we came out to this property initially and looked around, this was just a piece of farm property.
I will promise look for land which can develop long-term into future. That is a piece of land that is suitable and good for Buddhists to shining to the world. So that made me decide I need to bring myself into challenge. In order can become someone who is self-awakened. I already knowing when I come to Augusta, here should be my hardship life. So I have no doubt that I need to work hard, and then no doubt that I can work hard, and I will fulfill this in my journey of become the Buddha.
He doesn't talk much, but he is I think he's very practical. I don't talk to you, but I show you I'm doing. Every piece, every project, he's a personal hangout. So people actually learning from his mind. His mind, what he is thinking, what he is unlearning about his vision. I think his vision at least 20 years ahead of us. Okay, we say you crazy. Okay, no, he look ahead. Okay, he's thinking. Okay, I think that's the way we are learning.
My firm is 27 years old, so MABA I involved more than maybe 22 years already. I think the main force is Master Jiru. We communicate very well, and then we don't talk much, but we kind of know each other what we want. After the first building, the second building, I feel like I have a little more freedom.
I don't understand. How can you do this? He want to build that Zen temple. Okay, he want to build a statue. He want to build a Guanyin Dian. He want to build a lot of things.
The freedom is not say, I want to do my own thing. I want to create something very meaningful. I think that's more important to me. You know, I really want that will fit into the campus. You know, everybody like it and really makes sense functionally, aesthetically, and culturally.
Slowly learn how to take care of the construction by myself and by volunteer in order to save a little bit money, not to ask for donation or have that hunger for money.
Master never even asked me about how much it is. He said, go ahead and do the drawing and then have the contractor price on that.
When he started, I think his bank account is close to zero. Even I actually wonder how can he survive for his basic monthly expense. Now you're talking about you want to build bigger construction.
I try to learn a lot, like doing welding, doing woodwork, buy the concrete mixture, try to make the concrete ourselves in order to less spend money, you know, try to doing brickwork, get the form, you know, back and make the form in order to pour the concrete ourselves. From all the part from foundation come to roofing is part by part learning.
This is the first building, but when we go to the look of the building, so you go to different architects, always come up with a different solution. As a master, you know, what general style you want. I call this Chinese style here with a big overhang. I kind of try to envision this is what like a Tang dynasty. The famous on simple, straightforward, but it's elegant. When I design something, master, not like another client say, oh no, don't do the overhand, too expensive. Master that never say that. He just say whatever right, he will do it.
I still remember in 1995 when we start the first meditation hall there, half of the work is totally bid to the constructor to build it, framework into roofing, and then do some remodeling so that I can watch him how to do the construction work. All the stair going up, the stonework, that is what I do it myself.
Master Jiru carried the stone piece by piece to build that stairway.
When I come to this hardship building on MABA, it brings me a lot of training. It's not been found in the temple. I can show you the piece of rock. It's very big, maybe more than 400 pounds. I can only take up 200 pounds, not 4. So let them come and help.
Still remember hauling the big rock.
And then I told them, when I say let go, you let go. I don't say let go, you don't let go. And then I carry one side with 200 pounds. 3 of them, they carry one side in 200 pounds. I not give the order yet. They already left the hand and go away. So my fingers, 3 of them, just cut into it, become black in color in the same time. So in that day is my painful day that I know that, an unskillful man, an unmindful mind will cause him fear and don't know what is danger mean. So from there on, I try to not only using the machine and doing the work. Once I get into that, it will become like I sit into the meditation. I bring myself walking every part. Once I change my style in daily life into applying in different situations, that is a time that I change myself from walking into sitting, from sitting into standing. It's the same. I will bring the mindfulness of the body, mindfulness to the alertness, just expand like that. That is the reason make me enlightened in that painful hand situation. Make me knowing that, I need to apply not only sitting meditation, have mindfulness, but mindfulness need to go everywhere when we change the posture.
When that building done, did you know the grand opening here? We don't have all kind of equipment like right now.
When 61 acre to start with a hand mow, it's ridiculous.
And all by my pushing. I got one, my husband got one, sư phụ got one, Chi Liên sư phụ got one, Cống Sử sư phụ, 5 people.
Entire week to mow the lawn.
Every day, mow this way and then mow this way.
Tough. I actually took him to John Deere to get his first tractor.
I didn't quite understand, because at that time didn't see why it was that they wanted to build a building that was a mausoleum first before they built other buildings for the living.
Mausoleum is for Buddhist temple in St. Louis, but what we try to achieve is the image of a modern harmony of Eastern and Western culture.
Can you see it? Our Master Jiru, he is personal. Stand on the roof. here that the whole now looks like beautiful golden top.
You see the bracket is the image of Oriental feature. The roof is pitched up tall. That is more Western. This is more like a church. I really, as a designer, try to make the building own identity.
In the attic, building the design hall. And what are you doing there? Oh, okay, I have to install an earthquake device. Because the design hall, we know that people put the ancestors' ashes in there. And he said that these are the precious things that I cannot repay with anything.
But as time went on, I began to see that this was an important part of honoring those who were aging, those who have passed away, and that it was important to have a mausoleum here in the Midwest.
Everything, little details, he'll get his hands on.
A facility like this takes a lot of work, and it's all volunteers. And there's something that triggers the volunteer spirit in people when they come here.
Sam, Ty, and I have a lot of experience with MABA at not very early, but kind of early phase. We want to build something. Sam and I, our life is kind of paperwork, office work. So we have a piece of land not very far from here. We call it, right now we call it Kung Hut. We build it from scratch with some help from other people, but we don't know anything about building. We build it anyway. We call it a half-price hut. Anything there is bought half price. So the door is half-price door, the window is half-price window.
Brings out the best in people. That's what's so unique about this place.
Many, many years ago, there is a movie called, what is that? The Field of Dream. You build, people will come.
He wanted to build a pavilion. When you say a pavilion, you see you go to the park all the time. There's all 4 poles with a roof on. Is that what you want? Not necessary. I said, well, let me design something, let me create something. It is different from conventional. This is something architects always like to do. It challenge ourselves, try to make something new.
Without women helping out, we would all be in real trouble. The women really are the ones who are the glue that hold the Sangha together.
Venerable Kong Shifu, I think she came in 1996.
Very messy work when I came. General paperwork in the office, like, all kind of bills and accounts and all this.
First time I met her is in the Chan Hall grand opening. She was just a little girl at the time. Smiling all the time, take care of a lot of chores, And I jokingly call her the COO of MABA.
The place was very small. Big table, stack of books, and all things around, just everywhere.
I don't think this place would be here without her. She has done wonders.
never heard a negative word from her. It's very encouraging, very encouraging.
I adapt to places very easily. Everywhere I go, I would say, no worry, just maybe half a year I would know everything. I had like challenge. Well, I don't know much to say, but just doing all kind of things here. When people say, what did you do in MABA? I know how to use the weed trimmer. I trim around, I'm very good at it. I like to be very neat and tidy, so I like to keep things neat. Even the grass, I like to keep that short and neat.
I really admire her. Always very helpful, very helpful.
Women have a lot of wisdom and a lot of loving kindness to share with everyone. So we really need a place for the women to be able to feel comfortable. So there was this 1800s farmhouse that was there before, and then the Blue Lotus house was built, basically just took over that womb and just built all around it.
Another aspect, I think Master want to keep the farmhouse as a part of the history, and how they come here. When you tear down the building, I assume if that will be an option, he probably want to reuse all the stone.
When we decide to build this Blue Lotus house, almost 2 years of preparation. I come to Craigslist and check all the free material and low-cost material that I can find. You know, every week I will run out to the countryside or to any storage to get the material back and store it here.
Our boss is a roofing company in Washington, and he got, I guess they called him, and then we started working out here. The blue part of it on the very top. Yeah, we do all that blue. I can just remember when there was nothing but just mud and a little bit of rock. Oh yeah. We just seen this place when it was bare. There was nothing, just a wood frame.
Nothing but that house.
Really, we started at that house, yeah. We just kept building it up.
I remember when this whole floor was nothing but water one time. It was pouring in.
Oh yeah, it was pouring out through.
Like a foot and a half of water we had to walk through all the way up to the roof to get up there.
This one is what we call a column detail. One time Master said, oh, I need to cut all the tree and tell me how many columns. So we put in one sheet, the whole building have that many columns, and then each have a different length.
It's just amazing to me that all the wood that they cut out of their own sawmill. That's just, I mean, if you really just look really close around, it's like, my God, that's a lot of wood. If you went down there and looked at this sawmill, you'd probably be like, there ain't no way this sawmill did this. Just little, ain't much to it. I mean, it's amazing how they did it. It really is.
See all this metal shape. I go to get the use metal, some pieces of metal they cut and not being used anymore. When architect design, he know that I will do everything in myself. So we use a torture and try to cut the shape that follow the design. We do it ourselves like that.
If you ask all the architects why they want to be an architect, everybody will tell you the same thing. Design something out of the past. The great room, I call it the round great room. I thought that could be a nice focal point for the project. I can insert that into the program. This is all custom-made trusses, and Master Jiru did that with their crew. So amazing. Not an easier configuration, but we did it, and then that turned out exactly, you know. And then this is the two-dimensional. I'm a little concerned whether or not they could visualize all those details, but it turned out perfect. That is my thought also. I want to integrate all the space together with what I call the atrium. You know, so it's going to tie all the space around the building. That should be very comfortable. Each step had one bracket. He did it similarly, but I think he told me that, oh, he want to weld that all together, so it's going to continuous very strong.
There's this plywood slats. You can see all the way through, all the way to the bottom. Yeah.
Supply, you know, the master have a lot of capability to do the construction. and really, as an architect, we always call the building is common sense. You know, if you know more common sense, and then you know how to put things together, and the master is super.
The kitchen turned out beautiful, didn't it?
Yeah.
I can remember this is all tools.
Yep. Right.
All tool area.
Right now, they're complete.
Yeah, it looks beautiful in there. Skylights in. We used to have to crawl outside that window right there when there was no glass. Never seen a place like this. Never done. All I can say is they were short-staffed. Really bad.
And they put a lot of hours in.
And they put a lot of hours in.
They put a lot of hours
And they got it done very fast.
My God.
My gosh. But for the people they had here.
I always if our master Jiru, if he is not a monk, he's not a master, if he is a businessman, he will be very, very good multi-millionaire real estate developer.
I'd hire him in a minute if I ever built a house that had a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'd hire him in a minute.
MABA is a very unique place. We have beautiful scenery, but that's beyond the point. The teaching. Teaching is very important.
The most important part to the future planning for MABA, it become a wholesome skill training center.
Sifu said, we are going to teach teachings of the Buddha. We're not teaching a method of MABA.
The original teachings are the principles that are applicable in daily life. It hasn't changed.
When anyone comes to MABA, the first thing you can directly feeling is the reality of any activity will follow up the training of mindfulness.
The teaching of the Buddha is for everybody. Everybody can learn because this is about life of a person. And it's learning about, the teaching is about self, learning about this self. So everybody is a person, is a human. They can learn.
All you have to do is to be able to say it in a way that people understand and use examples so that people can apply it. It's not a difficult thing because the teaching is right there.
In the future, the development of myself is very simple. I will be the reformer of Buddhism from very complicated, many schools information into very direct and very simple skill into training. More is my style. How you directly can bring the skill into training your body and mind.
Buddhism is not just a concept. It's not just a religion. It's not just a science. It's actually very practical.
But I will have the very strong images of want to let people come to MABA in one time or two times. Then he already learned the core teaching, the core applying of training, so he can back to his daily life, carry on his practice.
Mindfulness is going to life. It's not on here only. It's everywhere. People think that I come to the monastery, I have to practice. You know, it's not that, you know. This is the life of MABA also. We are here and we are not silenced every day. So we talk and we practice. And by talking also help us to know that I have to talk mindfully as well, and I have to be observing. So when I go back out to the world, I can still practice that as well. So it's a you know, kind of very practical practice.
People don't have to always come and never finish the learning. That is not the modern lifestyle. If you still need to check, you still need to share, you can come back. If you don't need, it's no harm.
So just go with the flow, I always say.
We have people coming from various religions. We have people coming from the Hindu temple. We have Christians coming with Catholics coming.
If they don't want to put it as Buddhism, they still have the chance to learn it. If they don't want the name of any Buddhist identity, they still can get this skill of training.
If the condition is favorable, come and practice with us, and we'll share what we know.
I think that Buddhism is not something that you force someone to come believe, to come learn. It's not a believing thing. It's a things that you experience it. You have to experience it and practice. And if it's good for you, you continue. And if thing is, well, doesn't work, continue. So you try many things, try other things, you know.
hard to explain everything. You have to do it, yourself. Just like if I drink the coffee, say, oh, the coffee is very good. You never try, you never know how tasty is it.
We use the word share, not teach, because everybody is a teacher. So Buddhism, it's beautiful. It is beautiful, and it's helpful, it's practical.
That's the unique thing about this place, is so much peace and tranquility.
It's a neat place, and it's a very rare place too.
A lot of people think about when they're getting old, where they go? MABA.
So I hope to see what this place looks like in 10, 20 years. And I'm sure he's got big plans.
If we say, where is the Buddha? Do you see the Buddha? I never had a chance to see the Buddha. I read all the book, but the Buddha never tell me any one word. Even I really don't know the Buddha is real, but I can see the Master. He is real. He talked to me. He teach me. He followed Buddha's rule. He practiced every day. I believe the Buddha because I believe the Master.